Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. Today we're going to be doing some more T6 Abyss in the Cerberus. I've demonstrated this fit once before, and that was in the exotic filament, but this time we're going to be doing a different filament, that is the Firestorm filament. And the thing is, with this fit here, this is a Cerberus fit that was made by a guy called Gustav Mannfred. So this is not my original fit. He posted on YouTube. You can check his channel out in the description below, but he seems to have some very promising results with this ship in all weather effects, not just one. And I find that to be a bit strange because the Cerberus has a bonus to his missiles and only the kinetic types. So to me, if you were to ask me without seeing any of any other people using this ship, I would just think that, okay, but this is definitely an exotic one. It shouldn't be able to do any other filaments properly. But in fact, it can. Apparently, it can. It can do all types of filaments. And the secret behind this is that it's got a so-called high-grade Hydra implants. The high-grade Hydras make it so that you apply really well. The missiles, they become very concentrated fireballs that explode in the face of these NPCs that we show no mercy to in the Abyss. So this is using some pretty damn bling implants. You see these ones here. This is all for a good cause, because with this we have over 1k DPS, and I've also got a few boosters here that, if consumed, will get a little bit more DPS, as well as some more defensive capabilities too. Something I did a little bit different now from last time was that Gustav, the fit he posted, didn't have the faction missiles, and I just assumed that it had so good application with the Hydras that you could just use Tech 2 ones, but apparently you're supposed to also use faction ones, and that makes a lot of sense because I had a bit of trouble with a few waves that applying not too good. I think it was like the frigate waves, rogue drone frigate waves. But here we're going to see how this goes. And before we jump in to the Abyssal filament, we're going to announce some skin giveaway winners. This is for that time where I had the 5k subscriber special, where we're going to give away some Vexor Scope Syndication skins. So 5 lucky winners have been chosen, and here they are: Darius Delacourt, GeoX Bot, Borgarius 85, Elendad Uderenalard, and Glenn G. You guys are all going to get your own Vexor Scope Syndication skin in due time. I have to get some stuff done on the real server first, but you'll get it shortly. I'll contract it to you, so make sure you guys check your contracts, because you're going to get one soon. All right? And if you don't like the skin, you can always just sell it on the market. They go for some pretty decent prices, 600-700 million ISK for one of those. So they can give you some good chuck change if you are not a big fan of the appearance of the skin. Anyway, let's go in. We're on the test server, so you can see there's a bit of weird stuff all over the place, like CCP Alliance and all that kind of stuff. This is just to further test this out, because I think the T6 Abyss seems very promising if you can actually get it to do the Abyss properly. So I think this is going to be one of the harder types of waves, or not waves, but filaments to do, just because the Firestorm, they have increased armor. So let's go for the Caldari Navy, yeah. Increased armor, and we're not got the optimal damage type. I think it's going to be a little bit of a harder kind of situation compared to what we did before. Before was easy mode. Now it's going to be a bit hard mode. And also when it comes to time, this is a bit of a worst case scenario, because we've got the minus 50% EM resistance. I mean, thermal resistance. I'm so used to doing the electrical sides. Okay, but that kicking more is going down pretty fast. Yeah, and the good thing about the Caldari Navy is that we have a pretty decent range, so we don't have to worry too much about our range. Let's see, and what is our range now that we're getting tracking disrupted? Oh, it's still alright, 56 kilometers, that's good. Let's go for the kicking more, as I don't want to have these. We've got that one anchoring though. He could keep me scrammed, and I don't want that to happen. So we're going to consume some of this Pyrolantia and Crash. I think that's going to improve stuff a little bit here. Oh, Boundary is pretty close. And this guy is also getting pretty close on me. That anchoring is getting on me. A bit of a chase going on right here. Oh, the Cerberus is going fast. But the Damavik is going down. He's going down. I'm surprised that the Damavik was not able to catch me, because they go like 3k a second. They should have been able to catch me. But he didn't. Oh, look at all those tanglings. So many tanglings. If they catch me, I'm not moving anywhere. We'll go for these ghosting Kikimores, the ghosting guys, because they're just going to make application a whole lot worse. One of our downsides is a bit of application, with the heavy assault missiles. not known for being a too good application weapon type. Like, it's not like, you know, light pulse lasers or something like that that is so good application. You can just sit there and, or light neutron blast can as the or light neutron blast is the, you know, you could just basically apply to anything. Doesn't matter if you orbit 3k with an afterburner in a fiend, you can still apply. Maybe you can't, I don't know. Okay, but we got these Dynamics here. You can see that they're catching here, but I'm surprised at why are these guys able to catch me, but not that anchoring guy? Because as far as I understand, the AI of the anchoring Dynamics is that they try to get up close, and they try to get up close to be able to, you know, scram me, obviously. Some of the different AIs of the NPCs is that they side like even within the same type. So certain types of Dynamics, I noticed that they tend to like not try to get really up and close. They do try to get close, but they just try to keep in their weapon range. But some of them, like the Starvers and the Anchorings, like the people who scram, I've noticed that they tend to want to come really close because they want to just be able to, they like approaching, you could say, while the other ones are just sort of orbiting. It's hard to explain, but I noticed that you have a little bit of a different types. The most notable way I've noticed this is when I'm using my Frigate Abyss, because in the Frigate Abyss, I am kiting very similar to how I'm doing now. You can see how I'm just keeping my range. I'm not even using my shield booster, to be honest. I'm not barely used it at all. I've not had to use it at all so far. It's really good. Now we're in range, so we're taking a little bit of damage right now, but we can probably get out of range soon. The Kikimoras, they have a pretty limited range. But what I was saying is that in my Frigate Abyss runs, I have to kite like this, and I've noticed that certain types, especially the anchoring damage, because they can be problematic because they like to get up close and personal, they'll also hold me in place. So this is one good thing about the Triglavian waves, is that as soon as you're outside their optimal range, then their weapons turn off, and you also break their spool. And we are getting out of the boundary box, which you do not want to go. We're going to take a little bit of a turn around this rock here. That's pretty cool. Looks some pretty cool scenery we've got right here. But this ship is very expensive. 8 bill, I think it is what it cost last time I checked in Jita. It could be more, could be less now. It is a very expensive fit, but you are getting some very potent abyssal running ship here at the same time. So it's like you're kind of getting what you're paying for. Me personally, I feel like 8 bill is maybe a little bit too much for me to put on the line, especially when this is like a lot of piloting is required to be able to do this. Because I have no doubt that this should be able to do T6 Firestorm decently well. The thing is, I cannot guarantee I'll survive here because I'm not too used to this, but when I was watching Gustav's footage, it seemed like he was able to get it to do these kind of T6 filaments in all the weather types really well because he's just so used to using the ship. Like the piloting skill, the routines you have, the habits of just being able to do everything properly in your ship really can make a big difference when you're like just the general routine of moving around, avoiding damage, can make a difference when it comes to being able to do these abyssal sides successfully. A more prominent example is the Frigate Abyss. Like a lot of piloting skill needs to be used, especially if you're doing like a kind of kitey style retribution. Oof, you need to be pretty vigilant. You need to be very alert to be able to avoid taking a whole lot of damage from the enemy NPCs. Oh yeah, we're taking quite a long time here. Look at this. Oh, this is quite a long time. We don't need to use that blue pill though. It's unnecessary. We're not even taking any damage at all. Maybe if we were like Cerberus Tyrannos or something like that, then we'd do that. Okay, but these guys are soon dead as well. I just hope we don't die to time. This is also a worst case scenario for time because of the minus 50% thermal resistance. So it's like it can be better. If it was minus 70%, you know, we would obviously get more. I mean, I would prefer that they were to have it so that in the T6 Abyss, since time is one of the biggest issues in my experience, like I find you can tank decently well in the T6 Abyss, but you can't. It's hard to get it to do the. Oh, we got a deviant automatic suppressor here, so you'll probably want to avoid that. In the T6 Abyss, one of the main issues is the time. So I wish that they would have it so that it is minus 90%, just like that, straight across the board, of the certain resistance type. Then I think it would be a lot more possible, even with bling. I've mentioned this many times before, and I'll mention it many times again, is that there's a lot more levels to blinging tank than there is to blinging DPS. There's only one really level of bling you can do on the DPS, and that is the Imperial, like the faction ballistic control system or damage modules. Otherwise, you've also got implants, but they don't make a whole bigger difference. I mean, they do if you really bling, but it's harder to bling the damage than to bling the tank, in my experience. You can always go for the, you know, the multi-spectrums. You can go for the shield booster. There's bigger and smaller types of shield boosters, you know. It's lots of levels to. It's a lot easier and a lot more straightforward to the levels of bling you can do for the tank. And we should probably be using our drones as well. Oh, this time is not good. If we keep doing like this, we're probably gonna die. Oh no, I hope we don't die. Okay, let's go for this transfer conduit. Pretend that I scoop that loot right there, because it's the test server, so it doesn't matter at all. Let's go, go, go! Reload my missiles, and I don't know, maybe it could be a mistake that I used the Caldari Navy, because I think I've heard people say that Damaviks have pretty big signature radiuses. I think they do have pretty big signature radiuses. Just in general, Triglavian ships have pretty big signature radiuses. So I think that maybe it could have been a mistake that I was doing before, you know, the Caldari Navy. Oh, no. Maybe it was a good idea. Can maybe try it in the future time. Okay, we're taking a little bit of damage here, and probably want to use the blue pill here because these guys are pretty deadly, and we want to overheat a little bit. Okay, we've got Deviant Automata Suppressor, which is not good. Oh, no, 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 no! Oh, this guy's okay. So, no, I don't want to go for Elite Cinnabal. He's an elite guy. He takes a long time to kill. I wanted to go for the normal Cinnabal. I thought I was shooting it, but we are tanking a little bit now. Stop overheating, maybe. The booster, you can heat it quite. You can overheat it quite a bit. Let's try our drones. The drones will probably. Our drones will probably be able to take a little bit aggro. You know, act as a bit of a human shield, so to say. Oh, being neutered out quite a bit here. Oh, he's that elite Lucifer Cinnabal though. He went down quickly. And then the Cinnamals. I think the Cinnamals have the higher DPS out of them all. The elite one is a bit elite, so it's hard to kill him. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Recall my drones. Overheat a little bit, maybe. There he is. He's dead. This is a bit tense right here. Stop with the boost. Oh no, we're getting used to that. Stop, 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 stop. Boost. Uh oh, capacitor's empty now. We'll bet they're dying pretty quickly. I just want to get out of that Deviant Automata Suppressor range. Please, capacitor, please! No! There's offline. Offline capacitor because. Oh, we're dead. We're dead. I can't. No. Oh, rest in peace, Abil. Oh. You know, I don't know if I would be able to kite this. I don't think I would have been able to kite this because that would have been an alternative where I could maybe kite them, avoid a lot of the damage. There was a mistake here. I shouldn't have gone for the elite one. Number two mistake, I think I was maybe a little bit too close to the Deviant Automata Suppressor. I should have gone in the other direction so that I could lead the fleet towards me so that they are not in the Deviant Automata Suppressor range. What got me were the newts. Oh, those newts were deadly. I'm just thinking, what could I have done different? Yeah, it was pretty deadly. The Angel Wave shouldn't be as bad in the Firestorm because they have most of their HP in the shields. Their armor is pretty weak anyway, so it's not like they're getting any significant percentage HP buff. Yeah, so I think I could have done it differently there. I could have maybe been a bit more careful with my capacitor. Maybe I could have overheated the Hardeners a bit more to get a bit more HP out of my shield boosts, effective HP out of my shield boosts. Yeah, and I think I could have gone away from that Deviant Automata Suppressor right there. That was a bit unfortunate. Glad that wasn't on Tranquility because I would have lost a lot of ISK right there. Alright, that's it. T6 Abyss in the Cerberus. Unfortunately, it didn't go this time. I probably could have made some alterations to my piloting right there. If you guys know anything else I could have done differently, please leave it in the comments below. I'd really like to know. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.